Welcome traders. Today I just want to introduce myself. My name is Nabil Jeffrey and I have been trading for the last 6 years. Today I just want to share with you a story. A story that why did I start trading and how did I get involved in this trillion-dollar industry. I believe that I'm not here for any simple reason. I'm here to make a change, to show you the truth about trading, because my whole life I've been a racing driver. I've been really dedicating my craft into becoming the best racing driver ever, trying my best to reach to Formula 1 since I was 7 years old up to 25 years old. When I was 25, I got introduced into trading. That was when my life changed, not to the better, but to the worse. Why? I lost 30,000 on my first trade, I lost 50,000 on my second trade, and I lost money which is not mine. I lost money which is my parents, which is the ones I'm supposed to help, but not. I got them into more trouble. So the story over here is, I know many of you guys out there who's listening to this, you guys are also into trading and also into a lot of debts, into a lot of losses. So today I'm going to be 100% transparent with all of you. I just want to say one thing. I thought trading was going to be easy. Nope, trading wasn't easy. But up until this moment, every single day, without hesitation, I am on the charts for almost 14 to 18 hours every single day. What I've learned from this, I've learned that many of you guys are gamblers out there. Many of you guys take trading as a hobby. Many of you guys think that this is a side income. No, this is not a side income hustle. If you guys want to do it properly, you guys need to put in your pure dedication, your pure effort, 100% effort day in, day out to be the best trader. So today, I'm going to show you my journey in the last 5 years and how I got to this level today. I am trading a 6-figure account. I started off just like you guys. I started off with just 100 USD on my first, second, third trade. But then what I did was I immediately deposited 30,000, 50,000 USD into my account, which was the most stupidest thing ever to do as a trader. Why? Because it's normal. Every single trader on earth who entered this industry wants to be rich very quickly. So that's the problem. I bring a change where I only focus on 5 to 10% a month, and I'm willing to share my account day in, day out, live updates. I'm also willing to give my investor password so that you guys are able to see my trades live, not just updated to you guys, and you guys can see it from your phone. So this is the difference that I'm trying to bring into the market. I'm trying to be super transparent with you guys, and I want you guys to learn the trading my way. So this is what I'm talking about. First, when I started trading 5 years ago, I realized that I needed to find only buys and sell, which wasn't supposed to be that difficult, right? But it was super difficult to the point that I know that not many are profitable. So today, I would like to share with you a very simple, powerful, which you can use for your trading career. Number one, I want to introduce to you this thing, which is called an engulfing buy and engulfing sell. I know many of you guys know what is an engulfing buy and what is an engulfing sell. First, let me show you the basics, because before we move further, I need you to be really certain on what you understand about engulfing buy. If you look at this candlestick over here, we need to have this structure. So if you can see, we have a bearish candle with a bullish candle. So this would make it an engulfing buy. This is not it, but this is the basic. You need to understand what is an engulfing buy. Second, you need to know that if price does not close above this high, this is not an engulfing buy. So you need to make sure that you are aware of how to mark the engulfing buy first. Next, let's start looking at the charts for what an engulfing buy will look like. This is our engulfing buy. This is also an engulfing buy. So please follow me closely, as this is going to be very important for your growth in trading. We are going to mark all the engulfing buys in this charts. This is also an engulfing buy. This is an engulfing buy as well. So I'm sure that you have understand how do we mark engulfing buy. You need to understand one thing. Engulfing buy to engulfing buy was the start of my career in trading. But engulfing buy is not everything. We need to have it broken. We need it to be, let me show you. It needs to be this structure where we call it as engulfing fail. The first candle that we have is still the engulfing buy, but what we have in the next candle is a break of a structure. So I started my trading career only looking for engulfing buys, engulfing sells, which I will go into detail later. So one thing, if you guys want to know, engulfing fail is something that I use after my third year in trading, when I've realized that this was the one that changed my trading career to the better. Because I realized engulfing fail, there's so many ways to use it, but how do you use to your advantage? So on the chart today, I will share with you what is an engulfing fail. So please focus and please look at this very carefully. So over here, we have an engulfing buy. When we do have an engulfing buy, the structure looks like this, but it breaks all the way down again. When this happens, we would call this as an engulfing fail. When we have our engulfing fail in the zone, what I would do is I would wait for price to retest in this zone to create our sell, our engulfing sell in here, and then price would just continue dropping. So this is the basics of what I will be teaching, and how do I derive this into just one single line, which I call it my key level. So this key level is very precise, and I will show you in detail in the charts. So before we move further, I would like to mark with you a few zones on engulfing fail. So let's take a look. And if you can see over here, there will be many engulfing buys. So we're going to mark this as our engulfing buy, and if you can see, in this engulfing buy, this was the breakout to the upside. We also have price breaking lower, and what happened is price retraced into the zone to close as an engulfing sell. So remember, when this happens, we have a setup which is called engulfing fail. We have also an engulfing sell in the same zone. When this happens, I'm just going to put a line here. So this is going to be the key level for the daily time frame. So once you have gotten this level, any rejection, any structure into this zone would be for the sell. So as you can see, price reject into the zone. It actually touched this highest level and then dropped all the way down, almost 900 pips, 1000 pips down. So at the end of the day, this confirmation can be used for all time frames. You can use it for daily, weekly, H4, H1, even down as low as M15. And for me, if you go down to M5 or even M1, it's going to be a bit complicated for you guys, knowing that you don't need to go that low. Because for me to be profitable, I need to go down as low as M15, and that's enough. So next, what do you need to know? For you to know that this level is still valid, price is not supposed to close above. So let's just say that price comes back into the zone. Price rejects and comes back into this higher zone, and the candle closes above. So when this happens, we would say that this daily level is invalidated, which means that there's no selling setup over here. It has been broken, and there will be potential for it to just reject slightly lower to the upside like this. So this is the basics of how I find my line and how I find my levels. Because many of you guys out there are learning supply and demand, support and resistance, but at the end of the day, techniques will not make you profitable. Technique is just a technique. I will make sure that if you are with me, you will understand A to Z on how I trade. But the most important thing is the risk management. How do you control your emotions in your trades? What's your lot size in your trades? These are the most important things. Not many people focus on this. They only focus on where should I buy, where should I layer. They don't think about the exit plan. So remember, in trading, you need to be a holistic trader. Alright, so if you don't believe, let me show you with only using H1. So let's go back to H1. How do I look for my setups? So I'm going to take this as my engulfing failed zone. This is my sell level, which means that this used to be a sell, but then price broke above like this. In that process, if you can see, and if you zoom into this charts, what you can see is price closed as an engulfing buy, which means that we would have a key level on this area at 1901.39. So I'm going to put a line on that line, or on that price, and mark it as a yellow line. So as soon as price comes back into, and if you can see, let's just replay this before it happens. Alright, so we still have this level over here at 1901.35. If you can see this 1901.35, as soon as price rejected and retrace all the way down, it will reject in this line because my stop loss is only 20 pips from this line. So even if this setup hits stop loss at 20 pips, somewhere around here, the risk to reward ratio is super huge. Which means that, look at this, my stop loss is going to be here, 20 pips. And if this trade is a valid trade, let's take a look. It drops all the way into this level of H1 and it rejected all the way up. But so let's take a look, why did it reject all the way up? In this level, we do have a selling of H1. So this is my zone, this is my engulfing buy. So I started off with this. Engulfing buy. So this was rejected once and then break to the lower side, like this. So what happened is price again rejected into this level and closed as an engulfing sell. So we do have the engulfing fail with an engulfing sell. When we do have this confirmation, we would just need to put a line on this level. So if you don't believe me again, take a look. It rejected again on this line. It rejected almost 20, 30 pips, 40 pips, 37 pips lower, and then it broke above. So what happened is we do have a H1 level of sideways from here all the way to here. As soon as this H1 level got broken, which means that price broke above and closed above, we would just focus on buying all the way up to our next level, which is this level of resistance. So that's why price rejected over there. And if you don't believe me again, let's take a look at M30. So let's backtest again together. What's going to happen? Because I have been doing this every single day without fail. So how did I get the sell over here? 1930, 1929. Again, it's the same concept. I'm taking this level as my engulfing fail. I'm going to bring it all the way back like this. So you guys understand that this is my engulfing fail. This was the buy that happened, and then price rejected all the way down. And remember, what do we need? We need price to enter the zone to create the engulfing sell. So once this happened, we have engulfing fail. We do have engulfing fail with engulfing sell. So yeah, with only key levels, we are able to find for a very sharp zone. And if you can see, it rejected right at 1930 before dropping down. And for me, potentially this setup could drop all the way down from here to at least 150 pips lower. So see, with these key levels, aren't you confident enough to be trading and following me? Because at the end of the day, we know that the key levels work wonders. And at the end of the day, we also know that it's only 20 to 25 pips from our SL if you take the highest level of key level. And I've shown you even 3 examples, and I can show you over and over again on how this technique itself can make you profitable, because it did make me profitable. So these are 3 things that you need to know in my key level. First, the key level can be broken. That's number 1. You have to accept the fact that if it's broken, it is invalid based on the backtesting, based on the data that I've seen every single day. 60% of it will not break. And if it respects, you would see wonders with the charts. You will get entries from the bottom all the way up. You will get the very sharp entry if it respects. Once you have understand how do you mark your line or your zones. The next thing that you need to know is how much are you supposed to put in the lot size for your trades. Every person would have a different answer. You need to take a look at your account and follow my style, which is only risking 1% per trade. I know it's not a lot. It's not a lot. But do you want to be profitable? If you want to be profitable, you need to have this mindset first. You need to be able to first. The most important thing is understanding the techniques. Knowing that techniques is not everything. Understanding the second part, which is risk management. How do you manage your risk? If you are an account size holder of 5,000 USD and you are able to lose your whole account, that is terrible money management. You are only allowed to lose 1% of your account, which is $50. Imagine, are you willing to take that risk of losing only $50 per trade? You have 100 trades to lose, then you lose your account. It's impossible, right? You know as a trader. The third thing that you need to know is to do not over trade. You have 2 to 3 setups a day. We usually have 2 to 3 setups a day. Do not over trade. The thing about us is, when I started off trading before, I always like to enter manual trades. I like to enter trades which are not the sharpest zone, because I was waiting for it to arrive to my zones. So for example, as I was waiting for price to arrive to a high selling zone, I was buying it first, which is a wrong thing to do. So that's why you need to be a very disciplined trader to be a successful trader. If you're not a disciplined trader, you would have 1, 2, 3 flips, but you will never be able to grow your account size at a very low drawdown. Why do I say drawdown is very important? Is you guys might know you can gain your account size of a 50% or even 100%, but how much are you risking to gain a 50%? Some of you guys are risking 100% to make 50%. Even if it's in a business world, would you do a business that you are putting in 100,000 ringgit, for example, or 25,000 USD to receive a return of only 50%? Doesn't make sense, right? So that's what's happening to many of you guys. You guys are over leveraging, over risking without even knowing how do you calculate your risk. Isn't it true? It's true. I see the number. I've been there. So starting from today, for those of you guys who are seeing this video, this is memang for you. This is made for you, because my job for the next 6 months is to make you a profitable trader. How am I doing this? First, I am showing you my techniques. Everything that's happening on my charts, you will be able to access it live. There isn't a person in this industry who is giving out their investor password. Why? Because many of them are trading demo. Many of them are trading with a dummy account that seems real, but it's fake. And many of you guys out there do not know all of this is happening. So I am here to educate each and every one of you to be a profitable trader, to make that 5 to 10% a month, and definitely to grow and grow and grow until one day that you're able to say that you are a profitable trader. Up until then, open up your phone, press your weekly results, press on your monthly results. Are you profitable? So if you're not, join me and learn with me so that you are able to follow my footsteps. Please comment below. So I really want to see your comments on this, because I really want to do a video for you guys to explain the whole system. The system takes time to understand, but if you understand the system well, you will be taking entries where I will be taking entries. Exactly the same point. So I just want to see if you're really serious in this industry or just playing around. Please comment below. Join our community now to experience the highest level of transparency as you can. Don't forget to click the link below and claim your investor password from me. So I'll see you guys soon.